Hello everyone, thank you. Thank you for your intention and attention. Also, thank you for your energy and time. Today, my topic is the power of non-differentiation. In Vajrayana Buddhism or Tibet Buddhism, there's one term called one test. One test means when you are so calm or deeply in your meditative state of mind, you see everything as one. You still have the power of differentiation. This is apple, that is human, and that is a lion or animal. You have the power of differentiation. But you can consciously, or from your deep understanding and experience, you know that comes, all those phenomena come from one truth, from one reality. Or if I use a term of physics, all phenomena, big or small, from macroscopic atoms, cells and molecules to microscopic stars, galaxies, all these phenomena come from one reality. In physics they call it universal unified field. Actually, that's what the one test means. In Vajrayana Buddhism, one test means while you have the power of discernment or differentiation, you truly understand they come from one test or one truth. So in that term, a taste, a sound, an image or thought or memory are all coming from same source. So they have one taste. Like, even though they have different manifestation in different sound, image or thought or memory, for awakened people, there are one test or one vibration. For them, it's just vibrations in different frequencies, but all phenomena are vibration. We can explain it in more like logical way. So suppose a newborn baby, from a newborn till like 1 year old, how does he or she experience or learn the world? For him or her, for a new baby, he or she has not the power of thinking yet. So instead of 6 senses as an adult, you know, the power of seeing, listening, smelling, tasting, touching, and thinking. That's for adult. We have the power of thinking, memorizing, judging, and so on. A baby doesn't have the 6th sense, which is thinking. All he or she experiences his or her world is through the 5 senses. Suppose a newborn baby or 2 or 3 month baby touch a shoe, or one of the shoes. What he experiences is the shape, the maybe not even shape, because his vision is not maturely developed yet. So what touching, the texture, soft or hard, the shape, I mean, in the sense of touching, also maybe he is interested in biting it, bite it, so there's a touch of taste, smell it. You see, he didn't know, he doesn't know this is a shoe. The word shoe has not developed yet. Gradually, everything, when he touches or smells, the parents will say, this is shoe, a pair of shoes, or that is an apple, that is a table. So he was like educated later by the words. So first he has the sense, he developed his understanding from his 5 senses. And later on, with the help of parents or in society, he has the words built up. Oh, okay, this size, this round reddish fruit is called apple. So words or literature developed later, comparing to the 5 senses. The reason I'm talking about this is the path of awakening is a process of de-learning. If a baby grows up to his adulthood through learning, through 5 senses organs and the power of thinking or reasoning, logic, judging and conclusion, a spiritual awakening is a deep process, is a process of the opposite. So you still have a sense of, you still have the mental power or mental power of like reasoning, differentiation, intention, attention, construction, and thinking, memorizing. You as adults or as awakened people, you still have this power, mental power, but you consciously choose to go back to the source of learning, which comes from 5 senses. So that's the first step of awakening. You deconstruct what you learned, what you experienced from the 6th sense of thinking to 5 sense. That's what I said in the previous video. Fear not the rise of thinking or the rise of thought. Fear only the lack of awareness. So this process of inward is you letting go all your judgments, thinking, memorizing, reasoning, logic. You letting go of that, but you still have that power. So you more experience your work through 5 senses. What you see, what you taste, what you touch, what you smell, what you hear. So in this way, you are more in a direct experience of what's happening now. It's like you forgive about the word, how the description, how to describe it. No, you leave that alone and experience directly through your 5 senses. Actually, this kind of experience is the second step of meditation, which is open monitoring, which means you're experiencing your whole world through five senses instead of thinking, judgment, attaching, grasping, that stuff. And if you can stabilize this experiencing of your world only by your five senses, then gradually, you will notice it's a one taste, T-A-S-T-E. Although you have this, all the information comes from five windows of awareness, a sound, an image, a body sensation, a taste, and a smell. But to you, it's one thing. It's because you know it comes from one source. So you consciously choose to not to differentiate. The power of non-differentiation is building on the foundation that you have the power of differentiation. So it's like if a baby learns something from a starting point, a dot, then he learns, experience his world. But if you awaken people, you de-learn everything, deconstruct what you learn to its origin, and finally the starting point is the ending point. The difference between a baby and awakened one is a baby has not drawn this circle yet, but a baby has the Buddha nature, have this pure awareness on naive, the naive trait, that purity, that's the simplicity. But this simplicity is incomplete because he has not experienced the complexity or diversity yet. So awakened people has experienced all the diversity, complexity, all the laws and the laws of nature, human, animal, nature, and he consciously chooses to go back, to become naive again. But this state of naive is like a complete circle instead of only one dot. So you see, the meaning of circle is a going outward, but consciously going backward or inward. That's called awakening. I don't know you got my meaning or catch me, or yes or no. To express the, if I could use an analogy, is if somebody lives in the North Pole and it's winter in North Pole, so everything is covered by snow and everything is in white. Trees, houses, roads or trails, or all the nature and the society, everything you see is covered by snow. So everything is in color of white. So in that scenario, it's very hard for you to differentiate the trees from house. If the light is dim or is weak, So it's very hard to, oh, this is tree, that is a house, and this is, because everything is completely white. So that's a sense of one taste of white color. But if you're a frequent meditator, in deep meditation, you will experience not only one color, but also one taste of every information from five senses. And here you reach the source of everything, which could manifest it in different sounds, image, body sensation, and so on. So you understand that in your world, you see the diversity and complexity of all things, like trees, animal, forest, ocean, people, different people, young, old, beautiful, ugly, and to more microscopic, like planets, stars, and galaxies. You know, you have the power of differentiation, but in your experience, you know that they come from one source. They have one test. That's a balance between simplicity and diversity, between stability and activity, between the positive and the negative, between all the human and nature. That is the perfect balance of everything. You're in a complete harmony with everything. So that's my experience of I could call it enlightenment. It's a very, very beautiful realization. And if I can do it, you can do it, everybody can do it. When everybody can do it, then this world will become much peaceful, lovely, wise, and harmonious. Okay, let's practice 1 minute of silence. See if you can letting go all your desires, all your questions, all your dreams, all your list to do, just for 1 minute. Okay, that's all for today, my dear friend. Enjoy your power of non-differentiation. Thank you so much. Bye now.